So we're going to be creating the perfect waistband. Okay, and you can use this attaching waistbands to your skirts, to your trousers. And trust me, once you adopt this method, you wouldn't go back to cutting a straight waistband. So right into it, I have drawn out a straight line on my pattern paper, and this is the length of my waistband, including 3 inches for zipper allowance. I'm coming up 1.5 inches on both sides because this is the height of my waistband, and I'm extending this into a straight line. So my actual waistband is 29 inches. So I'm going to divide that 29 inches into 3, and I have 9.6. So I'm marking out 9.6, and I will just extend these lines. So now this is the top of the waistband, right? And this is the bottom that I'll be attaching to the skirt. So on these 2 points, I'm going to be creating my darts, and I'm going to be using a dart of zero point 0.5 inches. That's a quarter of an inch on both sides, a quarter of an inch. That's half an inch, 1 inch in total. And I'm just going to be creating my darts on both sides. You can actually take in more darts than this, maybe 2 or 3, but then at the end of the day, you don't want it too fitted in a way that you can't zip, okay, and it's uncomfortable. So I'm going to cut this off right now so that our waistband is the only thing we have on our cutting table. So the next thing now is to open and close our darts, and I'm going to be showing 2 ways by which I do so. So this is the first method. I just open and then I close it this way with my masking tape, or I just fold in the dart this way. So whichever method you choose to adopt, you actually get the same results. So I'll just hold this down with the masking tape. So you can see already that the seemingly straight pattern paper we had already has a curve at the top because of the darts we have taken in. And then I will proceed to cutting. I need 0.5 inch at the bottom and about a quarter of an inch at the top. I already have some pattern paper at the bottom, so I'll just cut my 0.5 inch from the bottom already. And this is what our waistband is looking like. We'll be needing 2 of these pieces. So I have my pattern paper placed on my fabric on fold. I already have 0.5 inch at the bottom. I'm going to be adding a quarter of an inch at the top for flipping this band over. So this is me just cutting, and you want to make sure this waistband is not going to be on fold like a normal straight waistband. All 4 sides of this waistband are going to be open. So please just note that. So this is what it's looking like. You can see at this point at the bottom where I'll be attaching to my waist, I'm making a notch so that I'm able to differentiate both sides of my waistband. So now I'll take this to the sewing machine and stitch the top. After stitching the top, this is what I have. I actually fused both sides of the fabric because this fabric stretches. So if your fabric stretches, you want to fuse your fabric. So I also top stitched after holding the top of my waistband. So this is the part that I'll be attaching to the front of the skirt. Okay, I took in half an inch. So the next thing to do is to get our skirt. There are different methods of attaching a waistband to a skirt or pant trouser. So some people would have their fabric on the right side facing them, and they wouldn't be having this fold of the 0.5 inch. It will be as straight as this part, okay? And then they would just attach their waistband this way, running a stitch round. However, the method I'm going to be adopting today will be quite different. So I'm going to have my skirt on the wrong side. So this is the wrong side facing me. I'm going to have where I top stitched, my band where I top stitched. I'm going to place it just this way, making sure that the notch on the waistband and the notch on my skirt align. So this is just me holding it together with a pin, and I'll take it to the sewing machine and run a stitch round. And this is what we have after stitching. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. Okay, so now the next thing to do is I'm going to just flip this over. So I'm coming here and making sure that the seam allowance is tucked in, and then I will use this waistband fold to cover it up. So I'm going to do that from one point of my waistband to the other point of my waistband. So at this point, you might just want to run a straight stitch like this, but I'm going to be doing something different. I want to make use of a hemming gum to hold this in place first of all before I run my stitch. And then this is the little process of me showing you. Of course, I know we all know how to attach a hemming gun, but then it's beautiful to show processes. So this is me attaching my hemming gun to my waistband and holding it in place before I run my stitch. Oh, yes, not forgetting. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this tutorial you found it very useful as with other tutorials on my page. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If there are other tutorials you'd want me to put up, please leave them in the comments or suggestions box. Don't forget to subscribe and share within your community. Thank you. And this is what it looks like after holding it down. I'm now going to take this to the sewing machine and I will run a stitch in front because I want the stitch to show. So we're done running the stitch, and this is what it looks like. This is the back of the waistband, and yeah, all neatly sewn, all the seams tucked in, and this is the front. So if you notice, this waistband already has a curve, and I also made double stitches in front for decorative purposes. Now, to the essence of this video, what differentiates this waistband from the normal straight waistband is the fact that whatever you have at the top of your waistband all the way around must be at least minus 1 inch of what you have from the bottom of your waistband. The bottom now of your waistband is your actual waist measurement. So let's measure this out. My round waist measurement is 29 inches. Okay, so I'm going to be measuring the top of my waistband from one zipper to the other, and now this gives us 28 inches. As you can see, 28 inches. So now I'll be taking the measurement of the bottom of the waistband. So I'm measuring it up from here, from one zipper. I'm trying to make sure it's as accurate as possible, and then I'm getting to the other zipper and I have 29 inches, which is my actual waist measurement. So using this method eliminates gaping, okay, at the front of your waistband. So we have eliminated 1 inch from the top of our waistband. If you adopt this method for cutting your waistband, you would never go back to cutting your waistband using the straight method. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.